Contestant number 9, Martin Lindsay. The Rose. The Rose, Martin Lindsay. Next time.
When you look back over your life, what are your defining moments? Amongst the joy, there'll be moments of sadness and times of challenge, like a broken marriage, or the day your mum died, or that day you woke up in prison naked. Again. I believe through all of life's challenges, it is love that gives us hope. Love gives us strength, and it is love that will carry us through. Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters, I met my true love, my soulmate Vicky, back in 1986. I'd been in love before, but back then I knew less about love and relationships than Darren McCroy knows about hair products. I remember our first date. It was a balmy, moonlit tropical night at a seafood restaurant overlooking Trinity Bay. I bought her a single red rose, and I had the waiter deliver it on a silver tray with 2 glasses of champagne and a note that read, "I wanted to show this rose what real beauty looks like." Yeah, that's pretty cheesy. Usually you serve the cheese after the meal. She looked embarrassed. She took that rose, she shoved it in her purse, and she laughed at me. She said, "You are such a nerd." Cross flowers off the list. Since then, life has not exactly been a bed of roses, but we cherish each other's independence. We value each other's differences. And I agree with everything she says. We built a beautiful home, and we raised a traditional family. Our son, Glenn, our daughter, Teresa, and a small brown streak of fur with teeth, our beloved Silky Terrier, Rusty. We have a wonderful relationship. We love, we laugh, we argue. She wins. The 4th of February 2003 was Vicky's 50th birthday. I'm at work, the phone rings. Hello? What? Our house was on fire. Everything we owned was burning to the ground. My life just turned upside down. Driving home, I'm racing through the traffic, and we're talking on the cell phone. They can't find Rusty. It'll be okay. Stay calm. I'll be there as soon as I can. I love you. And 5 minutes later, the roof had collapsed. I honestly thought that we had lost everything. I arrived home to see the fire engines, the media, the rubberneck spectators. The smell of smoke hung in the air. I saw Vicky standing in her work uniform talking to our neighbour. I raced over and gave her a hug, and she laughed. She said, "I told you not to put 50 candles on the birthday cake." Imagine standing in front of the ruin of your beautiful home. No change of clothes, nowhere to stay. But none of that mattered. What mattered was that nobody was hurt. Rusty survived, and now we had the opportunity to renovate! indeed. But I would not recommend it as a plan. Looking through the rubble, there was one amazing discovery. In the main bedroom, an area that was hit really hard, there were blackened beams crashing down. The dresser was charred and broken. Sitting up on the dresser was a small white porcelain trinket box. Inside was the dried flower of that first rose, and it was intact. There's something so fragile and yet so symbolic could survive the firestorm and the devastation. Speaks to me of the power, the resilience of love. That day I thought that I had lost everything, till I realised that everything that mattered was right there. All the rest is just stuff. I learned to appreciate life, love, and family, and to focus on who we are, not what we own. And I learned, never put 50 candles on a cake. What are the challenges that you've faced, that some of you are facing right now? You may think that they are insurmountable, that you too have lost everything. But I promise you, even in the blackest charred ruins of despair, love prevails. And you can rebuild anything if you still have love. Contest chair. Thanks,